Hey guys, Chris here. I just wanted to discuss a couple things tonight. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much to all of my subscribers. I have just recently surpassed 200 subscribers on my YouTube page on something that was really just at first intended to be a joke. A lot of my friends on Facebook see me and bust my chops about my love of wet shaving. Many of them are of the bearded variety. So I kind of started the Shaving Ginger channel as a way of kind of busting my own chops a little and having some fun with it, kind of making fun of myself, you know. And it's grown a little bit bigger than that, and it's grown into more than that. And I really enjoyed the opportunity to have fun with you guys, hopefully make you laugh. Hopefully you've learned a couple things. I know that I certainly have. So I just want to say thank you very much to all of you subscribers out there, not only for the opportunity for me to teach, but also for me to have the opportunity to learn from all of you, because I certainly have. Thank you for all your comments, and I've tried to take my time to respond to all of them, but sometimes I fail in that. What can I tell you? So, had a nice shave of the night tonight, and started with Razor Rock Triple X, used my Icon Shave Craft, and I used this new brush that I really love. It's a V-Long Beehive horsehair brush. I got this from Bogus Shaving. It was specifically made for them, and I really love this brush. We'll be talking about that at another point. And then I ended with fine lavender aftershave. I typically do this when I'm really stressed out, and the heat has had me a little bit stressed out lately. I work outside most of the time, and it kind of leads to what happened to me today that I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about. And that is not judging a book by its cover, because I certainly was guilty of that today, and I'm really happy that I was able to find out how wrong I was. You see, working outside, you can't have a shaggy mane of hair like I had, and it just doesn't lend itself well to staying cool and dry and not so sweaty. So I decided it was time to get a haircut, and there's 3 barbershops in the town where I live, which is Oxford, Michigan, and I have been to the other 2, but I hadn't gone to the 3rd yet. And the 3rd, and I'm going to name them, is Paul's Barbershop in Oxford, Michigan. So I took the time to go over to Paul's today. I'd been waiting a couple days to get over there. Today was finally the day. Got off a little bit early from work, had to get it done. I walked in, and behind every station was a woman. Not exactly what I had romanticized into my head of what an old school barbershop should be. As far as I know, the place had been there for a while, but we'll get into that a little bit more in a minute. But I immediately went on my phone and started to talk to Brothers in Razor and Brush and told them, hey guys, or I should say I asked the question, hey guys, what do you think of this? You know, what would you think of if you walked into an establishment that calls itself a barbershop and it is just a lot of women cutting hair? It's certainly not the image you have conjured up in your head of what it is you want to see. And a lot of guys agreed with me. Some of them said, hey, if a girl can cut hair, let her do it. And I have to tell you that if I probably had another option to go somewhere else, I might have, but I was in a pinch, so I stayed. And as I was sitting there, there was a woman by the name of Terry, and I want to talk a little bit about Terry here in a second, but she was taking her time cutting her customers' hair. It was not very much a wham bam thank you ma'am and out the door. She was really taking her time, and I haven't had that experience in a while. So just by luck of the draw, Terry was the first one to have a chair open, so I sat in her chair and we got to talking a little bit. And I ended up finding out that Terry has been a barber for almost or over 40 years and has actually been at the establishment where I was currently, or well, where I was sitting, for almost 30 years. And when you think about that, that's just incredible. You would not think that there are women barbers that have been around that long, but there certainly have been. And I have to tell you, you know, when you go into a barbershop, you think to yourself you're going to get the old guy who knows a ton about sports and can bust your chops and can really riff with you. Terry did all of those things, and I felt right at home. And I never really thought I would say that a female is going to be my barber from now on, but I'm here to tell you, Terry is now my barber and forever will be. So I want to just tell you guys, if you get into a shop and there's a bunch of women in it, don't necessarily pass up on it. Don't chase an image in your head and find something substandard and then stick with it, because you may be missing a real gem out there. And I'm really glad I went to Paul's Barbershop today. So it also led me to another question. What brought you here? What brought you to traditional wet shaving? For me, it was a good friend of mine, Brian, who I've just recently gotten into wet shaving, who took us to his local barbershop for his bachelor party. I was standing up in his wedding, and the barber there, Rudy, gave us all hot towel face shaves, and it was just an incredible experience. It was just something that has forever been ingrained in my memory, and I've been chasing that ever since. For a lot of us, it was, it was Grandpa's old razor and brush that they came across, and they want to kind of emulate that. For me, that's not what it was. It was an experience in a barbershop that a friend took me to, that I never had that experience as, within my family, that led me to want to try something like this. And the thing I'll never forget was him taking the towel off and taking a green bottle and pouring a bunch of it into that towel, putting it back on my face, and then fanning it off, and my pores felt about the size of dimes. So that was my experience, and how I've come to know that that's Osage rub, which I don't have any of that, and I'm not really a big menthol guy, but that always stuck in my brain. That's one thing that I chased ever since I had that experience almost 10 years ago. So I want to know, what brought you here? What brought you to traditional wet shaving? What brought you to this channel to learn? Because I'm certainly here to answer any of your questions as best I can. I'm no expert. I'm no guru. I'm just a guy who's learning just like you guys are, and I'll just be willing to give you my opinion. So tell me, what is it that brought you here? And I also want to remind you guys, take the time to look at your local barbershops and don't judge a book by its cover, because again, you might be missing a diamond in the rough. Thanks a lot, Terry, for the great shave and haircut. I really appreciate it, and I'll be back again soon. For the rest of you guys, have a great night, and we'll talk again really, really soon. Thanks.